Billy's bikes. I'm out here, Shropshire countryside. This is not a review about this e-bike, it's more just my general feeling on e-bikes right now in 2020. And you know what, my general feeling is that they're starting to become interesting. If I was to glance at that bike quickly going down the street or on the trail, I mean, it's got a very fat down tube. I mean, that motor's only a bit bigger than the chainring. Their argument is you're not getting any fitness, it's cheating, you're going to get unfit. But I mean, I'm the type of rider that likes to go downhill and then I'll end up pushing my bike up 8 times, 10 times until I'm tired and then go home. So riding back up, I'm not sure how that's getting me less fit. If not, it's getting me probably more fit because I'm getting on the bike. I'm not usually using the top mode. I'm usually trying to get as much pedaling in on the lower mode until it gets very steep, and then I sort of jump to those more cheating kind of gears. There's 3 little marks down there. I've been using that 1 or 2 on the way down, hardly ever on 3. I'm not sure what that S mode does. The last time I tried an e-bike was a Specialised as well. It was a Specialised Canevo from 2018-19, and I must say this feels like a true step up in terms of the motor and what it's doing. It feels smooth. It does stop helping you obviously when it hits that limiter, but the last motor felt like it really just sort of kicked on and off and jerked you about and made the ups less fun. Why would you want an e-bike? Well, I'm gonna let the cat out the bag here. I'm actually expecting my first child sometime in November, and I work full time. Oh, I better switch to a bit of boost here. And for those of you who don't know much about e-bikes, they've got normal gears, so I can cycle through those as usual, but they've also got about 3 or 4 modes to them. I've just gone into the very easiest mode right now, just basically cheating. I'm cycling with one hand up a fire road, not a very steep one, but I'll show some footage of some more technical climbs. And what they do is they cleverly assist you up. Almost feels like you're in some kind of mobility vehicle. Obviously somebody like me, a young fit guy, I'm 38, I've been doing sports my whole life. I don't need this, but I want it. I'm very impressed, and as I said before, this is not a technical review about this particular bike or, you know, this versus the Trek Rail necessarily. It's just what my preferences kind of are. Now I'm going to show you a bit of a technical climb. Technical difficulties. Just as we get to the technical part of the track, I wanted to show you what this bike is like when it actually climbs some more techie stuff rather than just these sort of fire roads, which are, let's face it, we could get up here on a normal bike, it would just take 3-4 times longer. There are some hills that I literally wouldn't be able to get up if I was on a normal bike, and I'm sure that this could. However, Pierce Cycles gave me this bike only partly charged, and I'm not sure 100% if it's going to have it in him. When I change to the top mode, it's giving me this mad signal like it's not going to help me. I'm not going to go into boost, I'm going to go into level 2. I'm going to keep it level 2, very easy pedal gear, one-handed, and I'm going to, yep, it's still helping me, okay. It feels okay for now. I think it just doesn't want me to sort of like go into absolutely God mode. I have no right to do this one-handed, I have no right to do this at all, full stop. And I just want to get back to why I'm very much thinking about getting an e-bike. It is because my time, everybody's time for that matter, is precious. But those precious days maybe once a week, once every couple of weeks, I want to be getting maximum riding time in. And look, I am pedaling in a beautiful forest, middle of nowhere, and I'm not out of breath. Here's a bit of technical bit. Up and over. My goodness. Now, I'm about to have a baby. Tiny little baby. I don't want my life to be completely disappeared. I still want to have fun. If I don't have fun, I'm not going to be in a good mood. I'm not going to give my baby and my baby's mama the happy Billy that I know I can give them. Now, after I go out for a nice ride like this, I come back super stoked and I can sit in that office and I'm happy to work. I won't say happy, but I am content working with the knowledge that I know I can come back to these places. And this bike is powering me back up. I'm actually having quite a bit of fun doing it. I couldn't say this about pushing up. Honestly, I feel like I'm absolutely taking the piss because I've been up here on an uplift with Pierce cycles before, and the Land Rover by this point is struggling. You know, 10 of us crammed in the back, diesel splurting out the back. But I'm here in the countryside, there's butterflies fluttering around, my electric motor is just assisting me up. I'm in paradise. I've been rambling on, convincing myself and convincing anybody out there who wants to know that actually this e-bike thing is pretty damn cool. At the end of the day, it feels like a pretty normal bike going downhill. Okay, it's a bit heavier, it actually picks up speed once it gets going a bit more, and you have to be a bit more worried about the brakes than a normal bike, but my point is they are now basically like normal bikes downhill, and uphill makes you feel like an Olympic athlete. The day out on the e-bikes, before I take out the Trek Rail, which is going to be my next e-bike to compare this one to, there's all the sort of thoughts of 29ers and e-bikes, and oh, e-bikes are heavy and 29ers don't jump, and etc, etc. I mean, they all go out the window when you get on something like this. I mean, if this had a pair of 160s on it, bit of a sucker head angle, so we'll try out the Trek Rail for a good comparison. But when you come somewhere like this, beautiful Shropshire countryside, right now we're in the old town, castle town of Ludlow. And it just goes to show that you can come on proper nice adventures somewhere like this, e-biking. Get out, have a full day's ride. I don't know how many downhills I've had in, but I'm not tired, and this bike is capable of a lot more. I've got a little bit of range anxiety. I've only got 2 bars left. I haven't been putting it in boost mode at all lately. But we had some nice trails back downtown to Ludlow, and we didn't really need to be in boost mode ever. In fact,
I think we should go and hit that trail again while we've got some battery.
We could do. Billy's bikes! So I'm back to tell you about this e-bike obsession of mine, and I'm here to talk about the Trek Rail. Look at that beauty. Personally, I think the motor looks a little bit more ugly on this than in the Levo. However, the lines are more my kind of style. 64.5 degree head angle in the low position. The Bosch Gen 4 motor, 160mm forks, and just all round a pretty sick bike. Now, last video we were talking about why do you want an e-bike, and I just want to show you quickly, this is why you want an e-bike. All it takes really is switching it on, put the dropper up, and this 22 kilogram beast of a bike turns into something like this. I want to get some downhill footage of me trying to chase him down a trail in a minute and show that. Ash, how you feeling? Yeah, so let's see if I can keep up with Ash on the downhill on this 150mm rear bike. I'll try my best. It's probably not going to be as good as a DH bike, but let's face it, can a DH bike pedal up? Alright. Okay, so as you can see, I got smoked by the orange 327, but is that to be expected? I think Ash is faster than me on this track anyway, and I'm still getting used to the 29er and the speed and direction of this thing. A couple of times I took the wrong line, and a couple of times felt the rear wheel kind of washing out, but no excuses.
I can still hear you in the distance, so you can't do yourself down too bad.
Downhill bikes win.
And I had a few wrong line choices, but other than that, I could hear you.
We're off. We're e-biking. We're e-biking, we're e-biking. Okay, so why do you want an e-bike? I'll tell you why. Are you into your downhill? Yeah? Well, I'm into my downhill. I've still got a downhill bike. Unless you have an uplift service at your disposal and you're willing to pay for one, and this is how quick it is to push up an e-bike, sorry, a downhill bike, and this is how quick it is to e-bike up. So, all right, let's just have a little quick look back, see how far we've got. All right, let's clear this little section. This is steep. This is steep. This is real steep stuff. Whoa. Okay. Wow. I'm a bit out of breath there. But look who's down there. Ash.